I'm going to show you how to join to knit in the round. I'm using circular needles, and I have cast on almost enough stitches to go all the way around from tip to tip. You want to make sure that you don't have to stretch your knitting too much when you go around, so I'm going to cast on just a few more. And I'm using the long tail cast on. So let's cast on just a few more so that my knitting can comfortably stretch from end to end. Great. Once you decide that you've got enough stitches to go around, or however many stitches your pattern calls for, you're going to do a join to knit in the round. And what this means basically is that you need to make sure you have no twists in your knitting. So I'm going to look at my cast on edge and make sure that as it goes around, it never ever twists. A twist would be something like this. And if you join to knit in the round now and start knitting around, you're basically knitting on a mobius strip, and you will never not have a twist in your knitting, which can be problematic. So once you've established that there are no twists in your knitting, you're going to join in this way. With the yarn coming from the stitch in your right hand, on your right hand needle, you're going to insert the needle into the first stitch that you cast on, which is maybe your slip knot, depending on what kind of cast on you used. And you're going to actually use the tail from the last stitch to knit a stitch into your first stitch. I'll go a few beyond it here so you can see that now here's the tail from the end of my cast on, and here's the first stitch that I made, and now they're joined. So I can safely now knit around and around and around without stopping and not have to worry about there being a twist. However, there is a small danger when your project is this new and this small that you could put it down in a way that actually twists the knitting around itself. So if you're going to put your project down while it's still short, make sure when you come back that you check. It never hurts to check to make sure that there are no twists. So this is a successful join to knit in the round.